Willow tree we are familiar as the wood is used for making the cricket bats. But willow tree was also associated with the origin of aspirin. Basically its bark has the salicylic acid, salicine basically, that is metabolized in our body to become the salicylic acid. So chewing the stems as toothbrushes also relieved many persons from headache, and it relieved from other painful conditions. So even Hippocrates mentioned that there is some fever relieving qualities in the salix bark. But it was only in the 18th century when special focus was provided for the production of the aspirin. Basically, aspirin word came from spirea, as similar kind of chemical was also obtained from the Spirea almeria, and later it was found it is the same chemically, the same compound which is found in the bark of the willow trees. So name aspirin was basically a chemical firm, Bayer, which gave this name, and this particular bark medicinal qualities were brought to the limelight of the healing methods. But willow, and because of this salicine, it is named as genus Salix, and it has many species. Globally we have about 300 species, but even in India we have roughly 30-40 species. Some are wild, native to India, Asia, and some are introduced and cultivated. In Kashmir Valley, the salix is known as veer, Vatveer, Gyurveer, many variations. In Jammu, in Dogri language, it's called Beda. Basically, the word has come from Hindi Bent. As in Sanskrit, willow is known as Jalvets, as mostly these trees grow near marshes, near wetlands. So it has affinity for water. It is fast growing and it has the very extensive root systems. It is vegetatively propagated and is very important agroforestry tree, especially in the Kashmir Valley. There are three types of willows. One is the willow, but if the leaves are very narrow leaved, then they are called osiers, and if they are very broad leaves, then they are called sallows, especially in European and American countries. One particular broad-leaved species found planted in Kashmir is Salix caprea. Caprea, as the word in the species signifies, it is telling something connected with capra, means goat. So it is also known as the goat willow, pussy willow, or the great sallow. It is an example of broad-leaved willow, so it is a sallow. Here the leaves are very broad and flowers are born in silky catkins. Male and female plants are separate, and flowers born before leaves appear in spring. So early flowering willow. It is planted in Kashmir. So it has the two varieties, Salix caprea and another is Salix caprea sufficillata, which is restricted to the high altitudes. How to distinguish the two? In case of Salix caprea, the stipules are persistent till autumn, whereas in case of Salix caprea sufficillata, stipules fall very early. these were usually fed to the goats also, as they browsed on its leaves. So it got its name as goat willow or pussy willow and Salix caprea. Usually we see the pussy willow is also used in flute making, especially in the Scandinavian countries, Norway, Sweden, Finland. So in India, usually we are familiar with flutes made out of bamboo, bansuri. But in Scandinavian countries, even this pussy willow or goat willow, Salix caprea shoots have also been used for the flute making. And these branches are also used in place of olive branches on Palm Sunday in Germany and other countries. One particular species which is more common in Kashmir is Salix alba, also called as white alba. Whereas in America we have another one also which is called as black willow or Salix nigra. In case of Salix alba, which is especially the species Cerulean, is mostly prized for the bat making, cricket bat making. And this particular Salix is very common in Kashmir Valley, usually seen around marshes, the wetlands. There is another species of subspecies of Salix alba. One is Cerulean, which is for the cricket bats. Another is Vitellina, which is the golden willow. Another is Vitellina tristis, which is basically weeping white willow. And another one is Salix alba variety Sericea. So we see this is very common in Europe as well as in Asia. And it hybridizes readily with many other willows, for example, even with cracked willow or brittle willow, Salix fragilis. Salix alba hybridizes with Salix fragilis. Salix fragilis is shrubby willow. One or two nectaries are seen in the flowers, and twigs breaks off very easily. It has escaped cultivation and has gone invasive in New Zealand, America, and even in South Africa. And this Salix fragilis is also found under cultivation in Kashmir. Another which is called as silver willow, that is basically Salix alba variety Sericea, commonly called as silver willow. Willows are very amenable to coppicing, so mostly we can coppice them. Rotation is also very short, that is 3-4 years. They can be pollarded, and they have been in use for basketry making in Kashmir and even in Ladakh. In Ladakh they are called as Malchang or Brokchang. In Kashmiri, Veer. In Dogri, Bada, Bada. Another name, Bisa, is also used by the Gujars. In Sanskrit, Jalabets. In Hindi, it is also called as Namra or Bent. In Garhwal Himalayas, Uttarakhand, it is called as Bashroi or Bashra. We have also the presence of tannins in the bark, and they have been used for the tanning of the leather. Willows in Europe also, they have been used for the charcoal making and for the gunpowder manufacture. These willows also contain indole 3-butyric acid, which is a kind of plant hormone and which enhances its growth. Even Hippocrates and Galen and Pliny the Elder, they also had the idea of pain relieving qualities of willow. But salicine as a compound was isolated only in 1828 by the French Henri Leroux and Italian Raphael Perea. After that, it was noticed that simply salicylic acid has some kind of side effects on the patients. They feel some nausea and vomiting, and ultimately some modification was made. So acetyl salicylic acid is the basically modified compound called aspirin, which is recommended not only as pain reliever or antipyretic, but also now research is focusing, it has the health benefits for the heart patients also. Those patients who have suffered the strokes or heart attacks, they are also recommended the aspirin tablet, and even some clue is being investigated to have its efficacy even in some kind of cancer treatment. So that is the history of willow, which like quinine, which was found from the Peruvian forest in the South America, from the tree called Cinchona officinalis, and likewise aspirin was the wonder drug in the 18th century, and till mid 19th century, when there was further innovation and new drug discovery by way of paracetamol and ibuprofen, the use of aspirin declined. But still, its new clues for the heart patients and the cancer patients, it is again in the limelight. So if we call about our, just think about other willows which are found wild in Jammu and Kashmir and the Himalayas. The one particular is Salix flabilaris. This is a Himalayan shrubby willow, and it is a small shrublet. It grows above 3000 meters. Its leaves and bracts are obovate. It is found in HP, Himachal, Jammu Kashmir and Uttarakhand. Another bushy or shrubby dwarf willow which is found in Kashmir, especially in Gulmarg mountains, that is Salix elegans or elegant willow or dwarf willow, which is also found in Uttarakhand under the name Choti Bashroi or Nikki Bashroi, and Bashal or Bunes. In Gulmarg area, Salix elegans is known as Bisa. This particular Salix elegans, it the flowers after the leaves appear. So another species which is found in Dachigam and even in other locations, Bhadarwa, that is Salix disperma, earlier called as Salix wallichiana or Wallich's willow. So here again the leaves are very broad, so it is a kind of sallow. We have very common Salix in Jammu, or which is also found in Punjab, that is Salix tetrasperma, which is called Beda. Locally in Punjab it is called as Ved Laila. In Kannada it is called Niruvanji, and it is also very useful tree. It grows a larger tree with larger leaves. It has been found that another species, Salix exigua, also called as sandbar willow or coyote willow, which is found in North America. This is threatened willow. Mostly the willows are not threatened, but this Salix exigua has been reported as threatened. It grows up to 4 to 7 meters, and its suckering ability has led it to the colony formations in that Northern American area. It is a dioecious and it is ornamental. Many butterflies also use the willows, especially Salix exigua, as the larval host plant. And larval host plant, for example, for the butterfly California hair streak, which is called Satyrium californica, also uses. Another is Larquin's admiral butterfly, which is Limentis admiral, again uses it as larval host, Salix exigua. Another is mourning cloak or Camberwell beauty, that is Nymphalis antiopa. Likewise, another sylvan hair streak butterfly, Satyrium sylvinum, also uses willows, not only exigua, even other species, Silex alba also. Papilioglacus is another tiger swallowtail. It is a yellow kind of butterfly with tiger stripes on the wings. So we find even the butterflies use willows as the larval host plant. There is another lowest, smallest woody willow, Salix herbacea, which is hardly about up to 5 or 6 centimeter tall. It is also known as snowbed willow or dwarf willow. This is found in the Arctic tundra. So northernmost limit occupied by this willow is Salix herbacea, and it is the smallest willow, rather the smallest woody plant found in Arctic circle. Another species which is found in Uttarakhand is Salix ecmophila, and this is also found in Ladakh. It is also mostly adapted to the brook sides, stream sides, the river sides. It is also found in Middle East and Egypt. Another species which is found in our basically in Canada and America, that is Salix amygdaloides. As the word amygdaloides, amygdaloides means the leaves are peach-like or almond-like. So it is found in Canada and America, and it colonizes mostly the prairies, and it is one of the largest willow tree, Salix amygdaloidea. Another species, Salix cordata, sand dune willow or hot leaf willow, is also found. Salix daphnoides or the violet willow is also reported from the Himalayas. And likewise we see even other species, Salix alpina, Salix apoda, another one Salix aurita, eared willow. It is about 2.5 meter tall. It has the reddish petioles and stipules are kidney shaped, so it is called as aurita, eared willow. Another species, Salix hestata. It has a lot of morphological variation. It is also found in the alpine Himalayas. One particular Salix which is found in Alaska, Canada, is called as Alaska willow. It is Salix alexensis. It is palatable for the moose kind of deer, very fond of eating the Salix alexensis shoots. It is also known as, it has the felt leaf, leaves are felted, and it is the felt leaf willow. Even the snowshoe hares, they are also fond of eating its shoots. This colonizes very fast, and it has also adaptation against fires. So we see many species of Salix veer, or what we call bada or bent or jalbeds. But one particular species which is found in Uttarakhand is Salix acutifolia, Barroi or Majnu, violet willow. And even in Ladakh we have some species like Salix oxycarpa, Salix elegans, Salix angustifolia. If we focus on its utility, how the wood is used, especially in Tibet and Ladakh, it is used for plough making, for building houses, even the handles of agricultural implements, basketry. It is also used as fodder, even for making snow boots, handlooms, khadi. Its wood is also used for making cylindrical tea container called Gud Gud Chai container, for the kitchen racks. Even the bridges of willow are reported from Janskar and Spiti area. Its bark is useful in joint pain, rheumatism, arthritis. It is useful in neuralgia, in dysentery. Its leaf decoction is useful in insomnia. So how to distinguish various species of willows? It depends on number of stamens. 1. What kind of leaf? Toothed or not toothed? Serrate or not serrate? Catkins are stalked or not stalked? Flower appearing before leaves appear or after the leaves bud growth. So if stamens 3 to 12 or stamens up to 2. In case stamens are 2, then we have the species Salix babylonica, denticulata, Salix acutifolia, Salix disperma. If stamens 3 to 12, we have species like Salix ecmophila, Salix tetrasperma. Among 2, Salix ecmophila and tetrasperma, we can distinguish the 2 from the whether leaves are entire, they are linear and lens-shaped ecmophila. Whereas in case of Salix tetrasperma, leaves are finely serrated. Another distinguishing feature between the 2 is female catkins are up to 3.5 centimeter in case of ecmophila, whereas they are much longer, 6 to 8 centimeter in case of Salix tetrasperma, which we find in Jammu. Among the species having the 2 stamens, we can see the flowers with are after leaves, not before leaves. And catkins are stalked. Trees with drooping branches, it is Salix babylonica. If the shrubs and they are not drooping and leaves are elliptic obovate, then it is Salix denticulata. In case of babylonica, catkins are small, but in denticulata they are longer, 6 to 8 centimeter. The other willows where the flowers are born before the leaves appear, then we will see the catkins are sessile. If the leaves are serrate, then it is Salix acutifolia. But if leaves are ovate lanceolate and they are entire without any serration, then it is Salix wallichiana or Salix disperma, which we find in Dachigam. So willow along with the poplars belong to the same family Salicaceae, and Salix is very important agroforestry tree. It is much used by the farmers, even in the kangdi making, basketry making, and there is a skilled artisans who through ages and generations have mastered the technique of weaving the baskets out of the pliable branches of willows. But more prospering business is of cricket bat making, which we find most of the Kashmiris, they have taken to the willow bat making business. This is an agroforestry species, so we have many important historical inputs linked with this, not only cricket bat making, but prior to that we had the origin of discovery of aspirin only first in nature from the plants like willows, Salix alba, and then we got it synthetic in that was much later development, but the chemistry was based on the actual natural aspirin found in the willows. One particular species which is called as Salix nigra or black willow found in America has highly reputed medicinal uses in homeopathy. This has been reported to be very useful for various kinds of sexual disorders in case of men and women, and it is usually exploited by way of the bark tincture which is recommended for the treatment of various ailments. So this particular plants has a potential to again greening our wastelands, but at the same time care should be taken. It should not be planted near houses, as it has the extensive root system. It can damage the foundations. And another is ecology of the wetlands also need to be. For example, the willow plantations raised in Wuller Lake has brought sedimentation, and the wetland characteristics have been drastically changed, and many areas are now facing the terrestrial kind of reclaimed locations, and there has been a lot of hue and cry because of the fuel wood plantations of the willows in the Wuller catchment area and Wuller peripheries. It has dealt ecological blow to the wetland. So we need to be very careful what to plant and where to plant. But from the farmer's point of view, willows are very important agroforestry trees.